Good afternoon and Jai Hind student. Today I am going to deal with the 9th class history chapter 2 and the name of the chapter is Socialism in Europe and the Russian Revolution. And my today's topic is October Revolution and we are going to deal within this topic about causes of October Revolution, spread and its results. So, before coming to the topic, after February, which is on page number 36, we have to know about the previous thing what happened in the Russia. So we studied that all the social classes in Russia, workers, women, including Duma's representative, army officials, cavalrymen, everyone gathered in the Petrograd Soviet, and they sent the delegate to compel Tsar to abdicate his power, and monarchy came to end in the Russia in Feb 1917. So after February means what happened after February, but don't go very far off. We are just studying about what happened in the month of April. So till between Feb to month of April, we are going to study what happened in the Russia. So when anyhow very fastly by including army officials, landowners and wealthy millionaires of the Russian society, the provisional government was made up by replacing Tsar's rule, and Tsar with his family sent to the Siberian region. Maybe these people had made the provisional government, but they promised people to conduct the election after few days, which they forgotten till April month. So the Association of Soviets, they started conducting public meeting. Liberals, they were restricted by the provisional government whenever they were demanding for the election system to be followed in Russia. And in this manner, how these points are counted as the cause? In this manner, when the Russian Soviet and the liberals were demanding for the elections, the return of Bolshevik leader Vladimir Lenin was done. He got in 1902 he got the exile punishment by the Tsar's judiciary, and now in 1917 April, when he heard that the Tsar rule being over, he entered in the Russia once again and kept three demands in front of the provisional government and needed support of the provisional government to the socialist revolution, which provisional government was not ready to give. So first of all, my dear student, will study what was April thesis, because in the April month this thesis was introduced by the Vladimir Lenin. So that is why this thesis got the name April thesis. And the demands were that First World War to be brought to an end. Now people of the Russia and army did not wish to fight the war, and that is why Bolsheviks were demanding to the provisional government. Let me tell you one thing, this war was run up to the 1918 and it was the beginning of 1917. So it was not possible to end the war from the side of Russia because Germany was continued to attack on Russia. Second demand was land to be transferred to the peasants, which means that the landless peasants and farmers were more and more in Russia. As I told you 2 pages before, you all have studied about Bolsheviks and Mensheviks. What Vladimir Lenin was thinking, that there are, maybe Russia is a rural economy and more peasant groups, satisfied peasant groups are there, but there are more and more poor farmers and landless peasant groups are also there. So these Bolsheviks were fighting for the rights of the landless laborers and peasants and farmers. So their second demand was that the land of the clergy and nobility to be transferred to these peasants. And the third was bank should be nationalized, which tells us that in Russia till 1918 banks were in the hands of private sector. These private sector were doing brutality with the common people, providing loan on the easy system, with the easy system, but on a high interest rate, which if they were failed to return, these banks were collecting it by exploiting the farmers and peasants, and that is why Vladimir Lenin demanded for banks should be nationalized. Another thing, he argued to change the name of the Bolshevik party as a communist party, and he wanted support of a provisional government for the socialist revolution, which you all can by easy understand. Whatever demands opposition party in India till today done or demands from the government, did you think all the demands been accepted by the government? So similarly, maybe these demands as April thesis kept by the Vladimir Lenin and the Bolshevik supporters, but provisional government was not there to submit or understand these demands. Now, we completed causes of the October Revolution. Now we are entering how the revolution spread in the different parts of the Russia, because it was a major revolution in the history, in the world history. So, when provisional government denied to accept the demands of the Bolsheviks, then in summers, the workers' movement spread in the Russia. So now slowly you'll be studying as a spread of the revolution, that how within the different sections of society started participating and helping Bolshevik leader Vladimir Lenin for their demands. So the first committee which was formed, it was of workers committee. Factory workers formed the committee and started taking illegal actions against the industrialists. Along with this, throughout the Russia, trade unions and the soldiers' committees were formed. By combining all these soldiers, trade unions and factory workers' committees, all Russian Congress of Soviet was formed. Remember this, it was that Bolshevik party only. It had got the name of now All Russian Congress of Soviet, and this Soviet was sending 500, from 500, Russia was divided within 500 Soviets, and each and every Soviet from the different parts of the Russia, they were sending representative to this Russian, All Russian Congress of Soviet. It was similarly like India have 27 states, 27 CMs and 27 MLA level workers to help the central government. So similarly, All Russian Congress of Soviet was made up, which was helped by these 500 Soviet, by which Russia was divided through this Bolshevik party. So these representatives, let me tell you one thing, it was not only from worker committees. These 500 Soviets were sending soldiers committees also. Means there were dispute in the provisional government army also. The soldiers, more and more soldiers had made the committees who were now following the Bolsheviks' ideals. Now, as worried with the growth of Bolshevik influence, because they made 500 Soviets in the Russia, so definitely there were the time when provincial government was very much worried about this growth, and provincial government decided to take the stern measures against of it. How to stop the All Russian Congress of Soviet to spread its ideologies within the Russian people, they started taking now stern measures. So what kind of stern measures they have taken? First of all, the government resisted attempts by the workers. They were resisting attempts by the workers. They were poor, okay, but began arresting the leaders. Let me tell you one thing, this happened in Indian history also. During the Quit India movement time, when there were Jail Bharo Andolan, at that moment commoners were not caught. Only and only Congress leaders were arrested and kept behind the bars. The same thing provisional government done here, because to catch the all committee workers and put them behind the bars was not the easy task. Provincial government was taking it that these leaders are provoking people against of them. The popular leaders and demonstrators were sternly repressed by the repressed, and Bolsheviks started hiding or flee out of the Russia. When provisional government had taken these stern measures, so most of the leaders were behind the bars, and those who were left, now they started flee out of the Russia. But in countryside, as I told you, Russia was the rural economy. and in rural economy more than 85% people were rural. So Bolshevik ideals were particularly very much heavy in the rural areas. So in the rural areas, not only Bolshevik pressed for the redistribution of the land from the clergy and nobility, even they seized the land between the time period of July to September, which was counted as illegal by the provisional government. And now the provisional government started taking stern measures for the rural areas also. Now I'm reaching to the result. What happened as a result of the October Revolution? Before this, first of all, we have to study how the revolution happened. So, as a conflict between Bolsheviks and the provisional government grew, Lenin was fearful because provisional government was taking stern measures. These stern measures having a violence activities against of the common people also. So, Lenin was fearful that very soon this provisional government will set up itself as a dictator one. So to stop the dictatorship of the provisional government, Lenin had called out the meeting of Soviet army, factory and workers and each and everyone for discussing how to create the revolution against of the government. So discussion came out to the conclusion, and the conclusion was decided on 16th October 1917. Lenin persuaded the Petrograd Soviet and the Bolshevik Party to agree to in the Russian history, this incident known with the name of socialist seizure of power. We can call it as a military seizure also. Like you all have studied in civics, how General Pervez Musharraf had controlled and overthrew the democracy in the Pakistan. So let me tell you one thing. What you study about Pakistan, what you study about England, very late it happened. But what you are going to study about Russia, this was the first military seizure which had given an example to the world how to capture the power. So we are going to study a very interesting one now. So Lenin made everyone, whomsoever were the supporters, army, workers, laborers, peasants, farmers, everyone. He agreed everyone for the socialist seizure of power, which was indirectly military seizure. Let me tell you one thing. 500 Soviets, 500 military committees were helping throughout the Russia this Vladimir Lenin. And on 16th October 1917 only, they made the plan. How they are going to work on it. Under the Leon Trotsky, a military revolutionary committee was organized. Means Leon Trotsky was made responsible to conduct this military seizure. He was also from military. So let me tell you one thing. One thing I just want to tell you, because this you'll be studying afterwards. Vladimir Lenin wanted to make his successor Leon Trotsky. Leon Trotsky, he wanted him to make a successor of him after his death. But it was Stalin who made himself. So this was the Leon Trotsky, who was the military head of the military revolutionary committee, and he was organizing now the seizure. But when the seizure will took place, that date was kept secret. Nobody was knowing except of Leon Trotsky and Vladimir Lenin. Rest other army people had to follow the command and orders of these two. Now, it was 24th October. Anyhow, the provincial government Prime Minister Kerensky came to know about that today is the day when Bolsheviks had planned some chaos for the government. So by sensing the trouble, on 24th October morning, Kerensky had left the city and given responsibility to his army troops to secure the Winter Palace. So at the dawn, this military troop which got the responsibility of safe securing the Petrograd and Winter Palace has seized the two buildings of Bolshevik newspaper. By seizing the two Bolsheviks newspaper, they were not stopped there. They had sent the army troops to seize the telephone telegram offices to protect the Winter Palace. This responsibility, why they have done this? Because they don't want to send messages through the newspaper, through the telephone, through the telegram to the rest of the Russia from Petrograd. But everything got failed at that moment when Lenin and Leon Trotsky had planned for the military. In a swift of a response means alternate answer which this military revolutionary had to give and Leon Trotsky has to give. So this revolutionary military had given order to its military to capture the different offices and arrest the ministers. Coming up to the evening, mid of the day, each and every building, newspaper building of Bolsheviks and telegram and telegraph offices were free from the army troops, and now the messages sent to the rest of the Russia. Till the evening, already I said that ministers were on the gunpoint. Means if army had arrested the ministers, means their offices were on the gunpoint of the revolutionary army, and even they along with their family were on the gunpoint to surrender their power. So by the night, these ministers had surrenders and army military committees had controlled the Petrograd city. Not only Petrograd, even Moscow also. Now, till the evening, next task for the army was anyhow capture the Winter Palace because it was the symbol for the government. Earlier it was symbol for the Tsar's rule and now it was symbol for the provisional government. So till the evening the ship Auroras sailed the Winter Palace and took over the various military points. It had a huge and a big gate. But like you can see Ramnagar Palace, if you all have seen in Varanasi Ramnagar Palace, one gate of Ramnagar Palace opened on the bank of river Ganga and the main big gate is at the front of the city. So similarly on the bank of the river Neva, one gate which was at the behind of the palace was there and ship Aurora sailed towards that gate. Only from there the revolutionary military entered in the Winter Palace and they were there to kill major army troops which were in the Winter Palace and captured the Winter Palace. By the night, the city was under the committee's control and the ministers had surrendered in front of the Bolsheviks' control. At a meeting, all Russian Congress have approved their majority by the military seizure and the uprising took place in the different cities too. There was a heavy fighting in Moscow between the provisional government army and Bolshevik followers. But by the December, even Moscow was under the control of Bolshevik leaders. So my dear student, by studying the result, we came to know how the military seizure was responsible to remove the provisional government from Russia. And to establish, after this you will be studying how now after October Revolution, Russia will become USSR, a sovereign Soviet Russia. It will become. Thank you. Jai Hind. Hope you all have understood the content well.